I still remember the sound of your goodbye, the way you turned away without looking in my eyes. I watched you disappear into the falling rain, and somehow all these years I've heard that sound again. I never chased you down, I never asked you why. Some things are meant to leave us, no matter how we try. But every quiet evening, when the old room turns blue, my guitar finds the melody that always leads to you. Let it play, let it ache. Some old hearts don't easily break. Close the door, dim the light, let the memory breathe tonight. The sound of your goodbye still lives in me, like a lonely guitar across a midnight street. The sound of your goodbye, soft and low, every time these six strings cry, I hear you once more. Softly whispers like a prayer beneath the rain. Roads paints faded colors across the window pane. The upright bass moves slowly, the brushes barely speak, while my old guitar keeps searching for the words I couldn't keep. I've forgiven what was broken, I've forgiven what went wrong, but forgiveness doesn't mean that memories don't belong. Some loves become old songs, some hearts become a tune, and some goodbyes keep echoing long after they've left the room. One more chord, one more flame, every memory knows your name. One more sigh, one more line, let the past remain behind. The sound of your goodbye still remains, like warm sunshine after rain. Live some memory free. The sound of your goodbye, calm and true. Every timeless blue note still carries part of you. turning every painful memory into soft delight. The sound of your goodbye, warm and true. Every timeless blue note will always remember you. Some goodbyes never disappear. They simply become blues. I still remember the sound of your goodbye, the way you turned away without looking in my eyes. I still remember the sound of your goodbye, the way you turned away without looking in my eyes. I still remember the sound of your goodbye, the way you turned away with smoke above the empty bar, drifting through the light. Another lonely evening, slowly turning into night. The chairs are all forgotten, the bottle's standing still. But somewhere in this old room, I can hear the blues still breathe. I've played for empty tables, I've played for crowded rooms, I played when love was leaving and when the flowers bloomed. But nothing feels as honest as a song beneath the smoke, when every word you never said can finally be spoken. Dim the light, pour it slow, let the old guitar start to glow. Close the door, let it be. Tonight the blues belongs to me. Smoke above the empty bar, soft and slow, carrying old memories that only lonely hearts know. Smoke above the empty bar, dark and true. Every deep blue note still reminds me of you. softly whispers like an old man's prayer. Roads reflects the amber floating through the air. The upright bass is breathing, the brushes barely move, while my old guitar keeps telling the truth inside these blues. I've learned that empty places aren't always filled with pain. Sometimes they're where a tired heart can finally breathe again. So let the smoke keep rising, let the old memories fade. I've got one more song to play before the night gives way. One more chord, one more flame, let the room remember my name. One more sigh, one more tune, underneath the fading moon. Smoke above the empty bar still remains like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. Smoke above the empty bar, calm and low. Every timeless blue note has somewhere left to go. To clear, some old memories disappear. When the morning finds this place, I'll carry every note away. Smoke above the empty bar shines tonight, turning every lonely memory into gentle light. Smoke above the empty bar, warm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on singing through. A lifetime in one song. Can you hear it in my voice? Every road I've ever walked, every foolish choice, every woman that I loved, every friend I had to lose, every rainy midnight, every pair of worn-out shoes. I was young when I first learned how a guitar could speak. I thought the world was waiting for a restless soul like me. I chased 1,000 sunsets, I slept beneath the stars, never knowing every mile would leave another scar. Let it play, let it breathe. There's a lifetime underneath every chord, every line carries something left behind. A lifetime in one song, that's all I have to say. Every tear and every smile still lives inside the melody. A lifetime in one song, deep and true. Every note I ever played was a little piece of you. The Hammond softly whispers like a prayer from long ago. Rhodes paints the room in gold while the old fireplace glows. The upright bass is breathing, the brushes move so slow, and my guitar keeps remembering everything I used to know. I've learned that life ain't perfect, and it never meant to be. The broken roads and heartaches made a better man of me. So if you hear this soul song, when these hands are gone, know that every note I played was meant to carry on. One more chord, one more flame, let the music speak my name. One more sigh, one more tune, underneath the fading moon. A lifetime in one song still remains like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts the spirit free. A lifetime in one song, calm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on living through. From every bridge I've burned. If you ask me what remains, it's the music after rain. A lifetime in one song shines tonight, turning every old memory into golden light. A lifetime in one song, warm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on finding you. A lifetime in one song, that's that's enough for me. Lifetime in one song. A lifetime in one song. A lifetime in one song. A lifetime in one song. Can you hear it in my voice? Every road I've ever walked, every foolish choice. A lifetime in one song. Can you hear it in my voice? Every road I've ever walked, every foolish choice. Every woman that I loved, every friend I had to lose. Every rainy midnight, every pair of worn out shoes. I was young when I first learned how a guitar could speak. I thought the world was waiting for a restless soul like me. I chased 1,000 sunsets, I slept beneath the stars.
There's a house where the blues still lives, down an old and quiet road. Where the wooden floors remember every footstep, every road. The walls have heard my singing since my younger days were gone. And every night that I come back, the old guitar keeps playing on. There's a photograph of my father hanging crooked by the door. He used to tell me, son, these blues will teach you what life is for. I didn't understand him when I was young and wild. Now I hear him in the silence when the old house settles down. Light the fire, close the door, let the old floorboards tell me more. Pick it slow, keep it deep, let the memories never sleep. In the house where the blues still live, I can finally breathe. Every old and broken memory has something left for me. In the house where the blues still lives, warm and true. Every timeless blue note still brings me back to you. The Hammond softly whispers from the room beside the hall. Roads reflects the firelight on the faded plaster wall. The upright bass is breathing, the brushes barely move. While my old guitar keeps answering every question in these blues. I've left this house 1,000 times, but somehow came back home. Some places live inside your heart, no matter where you roam. Years may change the windows, the rain may stain the floor, but when these old strings start to sing, I know what home is for. One more flame, one more sigh, let the old memories carry on. One more chord, soft and low, let the house remember what I know. In the house where the blues still live, still remains, like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. In the house house where the blues still live.
When my old guitar cries, I don't have to say a word. Every note that leaves the strings says everything I've heard. It knows about the lonely nights. It knows the roads I've crossed. It knows the names of people and the ones I had to lose. When my old guitar cries, it sounds like falling rain. It bends beneath my fingers and remembers every pain. I've carried these old stories for longer than I know. But when the sixth strings start to speak, I finally let them go. Let it cry, let it sing, let it tell me everything. Close the door, dim the lights, let the old blues breathe tonight. When my old guitar cries, I can hear my soul, every deep and lonely note makes the broken pieces whole. When my old guitar cries, soft and true, every blue note knows the road that brought me back to you. Heaven softly trembles like an old man's prayer. Rose leaves warm reflections floating through the air. The upright bass moves gently, the brushes barely play, while my old guitar keeps speaking what words could never say. I've tried to hide my heart before behind these tired eyes, but six strings don't know how to hide, and they don't know how to lie. Every bend becomes a memory, every chord becomes a scar, and every note I leave behind says exactly where we are. One more chord, one more flame, let the guitar speak my name. One more sigh, one more tune, underneath the fading moon. When my old guitar cries, sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. When my old guitar cries, calm and slow, every timeless blue note, there's somewhere left to go.
The guitar becomes the entire voice of the song. A deep, sustained note hangs in the room before slowly bending upward, followed by long, crying bends. Rich, creamy, sustained, deep, vibrative, and spacious pauses. Each phrase feels human, imperfect, and deeply emotional. The melody moves between cried whispers and powerful blues cries never become a twist. Following them rows remain distant, upright bass stays warm and slow. Brushed drums barely breathe while a smoky chili sax answers only at the emotional peaks. The guitar gradually reaches a long, unforgettable climax before gently falling back into silence.
If my voice should fade away, let the guitar have its say. If these hands can play no more, let the strings remember what they're for. When my one more night of blue, one more song to play, one more quiet evening before the night gives way. I've seen the moon grow tired, I've watched the stars grow dim, but this old guitar beside me still keeps the memory in. I've had my share of heartache, I've had my share of rain, I've walked through empty seasons and walked through love again. But tonight I don't feel lonely, I've got everything I need. A little fire, an old guitar, and memories that breathe. Let it play, let it flow. Let the old blue river go. Dim the light,
stay a while. Let the darkness wear a smile. One more night of blue before the morning comes. One more slow guitar before the silence runs. One more night of blue, calm and true. Every deep and lonely note still brings me back to you. The heaven softly whispers like an old familiar prayer. Rose paints gentle shadows through the quiet evening air. The upright bass moves slowly, the brushes barely touch, and my old guitar keeps saying that sometimes less is enough. I don't need another answer, I don't need another road. I've carried enough memories to lighten every load. Tomorrow has its own song, tonight belongs to me. So let this old guitar keep talking till the first light I can see. One more chord, one more flame. Let the night remember my name. One more sigh, one more tune. Underneath the fading moon. One more night of blue still remains, like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. One more night of blue, soft and slow. Every timeless blue note has somewhere left to go. The semi-hollow electric guitar begins with a quiet, deeply sustained phrase. Slow bends rise and fall like a tired voice, followed by deep vibrato. Warm tube saturation and long pauses. The guitar never rushes, allowing every note to breathe. Homing and loads remain subtle. Upright bass moves where the slow heart beats. Brush strings barely touch the rhythm, and a distant smoky tenor sax gently answers that eternal. Before I lay this guitar down, let me play one more song. For every road I've traveled, for every place I've gone. These strings have heard my laughter, they've carried all my tears. They've stayed beside me faithfully through all these changing years. I've played beneath the moonlight, I've played beneath the rain, I've played when love was calling, I've played through loss and pain. This old guitar never judged me, it never asked me why. Simply kept on singing whenever words ran dry. One more chord, one more flame. Let the music speak my name. One more breath, one more tune, before the morning fills the room. Before I lay this guitar down, let the old strings sing. Let every deep blue melody tell you everything. Before I lay this guitar down, let the last note stay for every heart that found some peace inside these blues I play. timing softly trembles like a prayer from long ago. Rose paints the room in amber as the morning starts to glow. The upright bass moves gently, the brushes barely breathe, while my old guitar keeps telling all the things I still believe. If someday these hands grow tired and the strings don't sound the same, I won't be afraid of silence. I've already made my peace. Every song I've left behind will find another heart, and every soul who hears these blues will know where they came from. One more chord, one more sigh. Let the final melody fly. One more bend, soft and slow. Let the old guitar tell what I know. Before I lay this guitar down, still remains like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts the spirit free. Before I lay this guitar down, calm and true, every timeless blue note will keep on finding you. The guitar begins almost silent with one deep sustained note. The tone is warm, aged and deeply human, followed by slow crying bends, wide vibrato, and long spaces between phrases. The melody recalls earlier themes from a lifetime of blues, roads, love, loss, home, and forgiveness. Haven't the roads remained ever been too restrained? Upright bass moves like a slow heartbeat. Rushed. The light will find me when the night is gone. After every lonely highway, after every broken dawn, I've walked through darker places than I ever thought I'd see. But somewhere through the darkness, a little light found me. I've carried old regrets like stones inside my coat. I've carried lost love in every single note. But time has taught this old heart to put those stones away and leave a little room for the light of another day. Let it rise, let it shine, let the morning take its time. One more chord, one more flame, let the blues remember my name. The light will find me, I believe. Even after all the storms, there's something left to see. The light will find me, warm and true. Every road I've walked has led me through. The camel softly whispers like a prayer beneath the sun. Rose begins to shimmer like the night is finally done. The upright bass is breathing, the brushes barely move, and my old guitar is smiling after all those years of gloom. I've loved with all my heart, I've lost more than I planned, but every broken season left wisdom in these hands. I don't need to change the past, I don't need another chance. I'm grateful for the road I walked and every song it gave me. One more bend, one more sigh, let the final melody fly. One more song, soft and deep, something beautiful to keep. The light will find me, still remains like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts the spirit free. The light will find me, calm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on shining through. Lonely first remains
the brightness of the previous songs, then gradually turns brighter, ever more and more hopeful. I'm a love and a blues expand gently behind it. A bright breeze moves with the drum heart, where strong slowly become more present. If the night was all I knew, then morning had to come through. If the road was hard and long, it gave me every word inside this song. If these hands grow old someday, the music will still find its way. The light will find me, shine tonight, turning every old sorrow into golden light. The light will find me, warm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on living through you. The light will find me when I'm old, when these
The last light in this room is fading soft and slow. I got one more song to play before I let it go. The years have left their shadows across this old man's face, but every string still carries a little bit of grace. I've known the sound of silence, I've known the weight of rain, I've watched old friends disappear like smoke across a train. But every road behind me still brought me to this place where one old guitar can tell a lifetime without words to say. Dim the light, let it breathe, let the old guitar speak to me. Close the door, stay a while, let the blues wear one more smile. The last light in this room still shines for me. Through every lonely memory, I carry it silently. The last light in this room, warm and true. Every deep blue note still brings me back to you.
across the window pane. The upright bass is breathing, the brushes barely move, while my old guitar keeps telling the truth inside these blues. I don't regret the heartaches, I don't regret the years that gave these hands their stories and taught this heart to hear. If tomorrow brings another road, I'll walk it without fear, for every ending leaves a song for someone else to hear. One more chord, one more flame, let the night remember my name. One more sigh, one more tune, underneath the fading moon. The last light in this room still remains like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. The last light in this room, calm and slow, every time this blue note still has somewhere left to go. Every song, every scar brought me exactly where we are. The last light in this room shines tonight, shines tonight, shines tonight, turning every fading memory into gentle light. The last light in this room, warm and true, warm and true. Every timeless blue note will keep on singing through.
Old boots on a lonely road, worn down by the miles. Every step I've taken carried memories and trials. I walked through heat and thunder, I walked beneath the rain, and every road behind me still whispers my name. These boots have crossed the country, from river town to town. They've seen the lights of cities and places falling down.
I've slept beside the highway, I've watched the morning rise, and learned that every journey leaves something in your eyes. One more mile, one more night, one more road beneath the light. Let it roll, let it be. The road still knows what's meant for me. Oh, boots on a lonely road still carry me through every broken dream and every memory. Oh, boots on a lonely road, worn and true. Every timeless blue note still walks with me too. The Hammond softly trembles from the room behind the bar. Roads reflects the neon like a distant falling star. The upright bass moves slowly, the brushes breathe in time, while my old guitar keeps telling the story of this life of mine. I don't need a destination, I don't need to know where tomorrow's highway will decide to make me go. I've learned to trust the footsteps, I've learned to trust the tune, and let the road unfold itself beneath the silver moon. One more turn, one more flame, every road remembers my name. One more chord, soft and deep, let the old memories sleep. Old boots on a lonely road still remain like warm sunshine after rain. Every honest melody lifts my spirit free. Old boots on a lonely road, calm and slow. Every timeless blue note has somewhere left to go. Every scar, every mile was worth another bluesman's smile.